Hey, what's going on, guys? So we've got a fresh hotfix for Star Citizen, and this one's is all about cleaning up a bunch of problems that were making the live build rough around the edges. The patch notes say this update rolled out with maintenance work for characters getting unstowed, along with a fix for players who were stuck in a stowed state, which is one of those behind-the-scenes issues that can make everything else feel broken, even when the core game is technically running. What stands out right away is that this is not just one tiny adjustment. There are fixes here for route handling when switching between SCM and nav modes on ships with the command module, and there is also work aimed at AI characters that were just standing there completely unresponsive in multiple locations. That kind of thing matters a lot because when NPCs stop behaving like they should, the whole world starts to feel less alive, and missions can get weird fast. Escort missions also got attention, since hangar doors were refusing to open for the ship that was supposed to be escorted, which is the sort of bug that can turn a mission into a brick wall before it even properly gets going. A big chunk of the hotfix is focused on the Drake Ironclad and its command module, and this is where the patch notes get especially interesting. There were fixes for heat and pressure readings spiking inside the ship during navigation because atmosphere simulation was missing, plus a separate fix for helmets not actually saving players from asphyxiation in the command module. That tells you. That tells you the team was chasing more than just one visual or UI issue here. They were dealing with the actual ship environment behaving wrong in ways that could directly punish players. The Ironclad assault also got help with VTOL thrust because it apparently could not lift off properly from a landing pad while carrying cargo, which is a huge deal for anyone using it as a real transport ship instead of just a garage ornament. And it is not just Drake stuff either. The Argo MPUV had incorrect acceleration behavior because of rotated thrusters, and players also could not exit the Argo MPUV tractor pilot seat with the Y hotkey or the PT wheel. That kind of bug sounds small until you are stuck in a seat and all you want to do is get moving. The Asperia Prowler got a fix for thruster lights reflecting and flickering into the cockpit while hovering, which is exactly the kind of thing that can make a ship feel unfinished, even if it is flying perfectly fine mechanically. The Banu Defenders Alien Week 2023 liveries were also not applying correctly, so even the cosmetic side of things got some love here. There are also some quality of life fixes that matter way more than people first realize. ATC was defaulting landing requests to docking ports instead of landing pads for ships that support both at dual support locations, which can throw off your entire landing flow if you are just trying to get down cleanly and move on with your session. The Tailwind flight suit bug that made the actor's hands and feet invisible got fixed too, which is one of those bugs that sounds funny until you are actually looking down in game and it completely ruins the immersion. And the Miski Prospector had poor LODs across the front and middle hull, so that visual cleanup should help the ship look a lot more solid at distance and up close. The hotfix also touches a few other pain points that round things out nicely. There was a door issue on the hangar level of the TSG Idris Tranquility, where several doors would appear open without any player interaction, which is the kind of thing that makes a big ship feel bugged even before you start moving around inside it. There was also a fix for the Mirai Guardian's display issue, which players had definitely been noticing. And that matters because if a ship's key information is not presenting correctly, you end up second guessing what the ships have been telling you. When you stack that on top of all the environment, AI, and mission fixes, this patch reads like one of those cleanup updates that tries to smooth out a lot of the friction points people were running into all at once. So the big picture here is pretty clear. This hotfix is not trying to reinvent the game. It is trying to get the live experience back into a healthier place by stabilizing ships, fixing mission blockers, improving AI behavior, cleaning up environment simulation, and making sure a bunch of specific bugs stop tripping players up. And when you look at the mix of fixes, it feels very much like the kind of update that is meant to make daily play less annoying, less unpredictable, and a lot closer to what people expect when they log in and start flying. That is the sort of patch that does not always sound dramatic on first read, but it can make a real difference once you actually get into the game and start using the systems it touched.